All right, and we're live. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to all watching at MESC Red Devils NCR. This is Delvin, and I'm joined by a very special guest. The OG gang is here with me. I have Ojas by with me. I have Sandeep by with me, and I have Abhishek by with me. Good, good day, gentlemen. So to say, because it's already 12, and a new day starts with
And
starts
Happy
what
Republic Day.
Happy Republic Day to all our viewers watching, all our Indian viewers watching, all our Indian viewers who are out of India, everyone who are watching this, wishing you all a very happy Republic Day. And what a way to start Republic Day by bringing in the semifinals of the mighty Carabao Cup, where in a few moments from in a few minutes from now, United will be taking on Nottingham Forest at City Ground. In the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final, big game for us, especially after the week that we've had. Uh, Nothing but a win will suffice in this game, and it's not we need to we must be winning this game. Winning this game has now become a compulsion because I don't think there a better chance than this to finally end that trophy drought, which has been hanging around this club like a monkey on the back. With that being said, Abhishar bhai, let's get your thoughts. How are you feeling about the game? What are your expectations from the game? How optimistic are you that we are going to go into Old Trafford with a win under our belts to face the second leg?
I'm pretty much confident about today's match. Having said that, the result should have been, a close contest had it been for Dean Henderson. I have much he's United lad, though doesn't matter, but I'll always wish good for him. So him being not available, we will have a slight window. So maybe, yeah, as our viewers in comment Sam has mentioned, that we might run rights at city ground, and that will give us confidence for this coming week. Okay, for this this whole lot of 8 9 matches consecutive in every third day, that will, I think this kick starts from today. So I'm very positive about today's match.
Like you said, Abhishek, by game every 3 days. So just to elaborate on that, we spoke about this in yesterday's stream as well. From today onwards, United will be playing 18 games in the space of 63 days. So if you break it down, that is a game every 3.5 days for this side. And considering our side, with the squad depth that we have and with the couple of injury issues that we have, that is going to be a mountainous task. It's going to be a Herculean task. And I think it's better that we start praying that all of our key members emerge out of this period fit and healthy, because that is very key. Everyone over here in this panel, all of our United fan base knows that we are one injury to any key player away from descending into total free fall. Uh, uh, so United at Forest in City Ground for the first time in 24 years. The last time we played in City Ground, a certain Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made a name for himself by scoring 4 times after coming on as a sub. Indeed, the last game between the two sides at City Ground was the 8-1 win in the Premier League, where United went rampant. So a lot of fond memories attached in this ground, Sandeep bhai. And Ten Hag also spoke about the atmosphere that the ground has. It is one of the most boisterous grounds when it comes to home support. They totally rally in behind, and considering the fact that this is the first season that they've been part of the Premier League in God knows how long, and considering the fact that they're playing United in the semi-finals at the first time of asking, is a pretty big deal at City Ground. So safe to say the atmosphere is going to be intimidating, even though it is a comparatively smaller ground than say the Emirates. But still, the support is as boisterous as they come. So how important do you think will be, because Nottingham have beaten Liverpool at home. Let's be very serious about the fact Nottingham at home are a pretty different beast compared to Nottingham away, where we beat them last time at our home. So, what do you make of United playing in the City Ground, and how excited are you to see ground for the first time in more than 2.5 decades now?
So, Nottingham are one of those teams, which have a kind of a history, let's say, which the likes of City and all the Chelsea don't have. They have won Champions League, and when they went to City's ground, they said we have a Champions League. You still haven't got that. So Nottingham Forest is a very exciting prospect, and we have to be very careful of the match today. It's not going to be as easy as it sounds on paper because the crowd is their 12th man, as you say. And also, I think Dean Henderson is not playing because he's a loanee from us and he's injured as well, if I'm not wrong. And like the team which we should go for should be really strong. I don't see any place because we are in a trophy drought for 5 years, and we are in the semifinals with the teams like Newcastle, Southampton, and Nottingham Forest. So you could easily say that on paper we are one of the favorites to win the cup right now. So I don't think there is any chance of slip up right now. We should go strong and go for the kill, go for the jugular, and not rotate so much today as you can do on the Reading game that's coming next Saturday. So you can rotate on the Reading game, but today you need to kill the tie in Nottingham Forest, kill the tie in the City ground, so that when you are playing Forest again at home, you can rotate and give your squad players a chance to play and rest the first teamers. So that's it will be a really exciting game, and we have to be clinical on the finish and be aware of their counterattacks because, as you said, they have beaten Liverpool at their home, and it's going to be a really exciting match. And we need a we need a pickup after the uh, like we- after the Arsenal game, we need a bit of a pickup. So I think going for the jugular and finishing the tie at City Ground would be a really good result for us. I like at least maybe 2 to 3 goals.
Fair enough. I totally agree with you, Sandeep. I totally agree with that. So Saimbai believes that a final win incoming. Anup D, welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. He says that United will emerge 3-0 victors. And Saimbai also says that Carabao is greater than the Champions League. I think that is why Pep has won more Carabao Cups than the Champions League. So I can understand why Saimbai is saying
This
that
season we all agree. This season we all
this
agree.
is
Yeah.
no otherwise also because in all the time Pep has been manager, I think he's won the Carabao Cup most apart from the Premier League, and the fact that he's been to more Carabao Cup finals than the Champions League finals speaks a lot about which trophy is bigger for us. So yeah, totally I agree. I totally agree. Uh, so Ojas bhai, so let's talk about the other two teams, Newcastle and Southampton. So Newcastle have won the first leg of their semi-final 1-0, Joe Linton goal. So for all intents and purposes, it does seem like we will be facing Newcastle in Wembley on for the finals. All right, and with Forest being a very tricky proposition, because they do have certain players who could on their day cause trouble up to us. Uh, and again, there is a certain history with United, in such situations where we do tend up to start a little slowly, we do get a little complacent. We believe that our mere presence is enough for us to guarantee the victory. There have been multiple instances in the past, and it has not gone well for us. So, under Ten Hag, do you think that we will see the same complacency? Do we see the same lax and laissez-faire attitude which we have been seeing in so many key crunch fixtures in recent times? Or do you believe that this is going to be a different United right from the off? We're going to see a very determined United who want to take care of business right from the get-go without any hiccups, without any obstacles. What side? Because I think we had a conversation earlier that you are still undecided whether this is going to be a comfortable win or not. So, in that time space, do you think anything has changed, or do you go into this game with the same opinion that you had last night?
Uh, before I answer this, I just want to ask one question. Did Newcastle win 1-0 away or at home?
I
Away,
need to
away,
check. It was away, yeah.
away.
So they won at St. Mary's, yes.
I
St.
think that
Mary's.
is a pretty good result for Newcastle then, but there is certain scope that Southampton can turn this around because they're not doing that well in the league. They will look
Yeah.
for something positive in the Carabao.
Also, I don't think away goals count anymore. So it's going to if
There
yeah,
were there were
It's
some
just
changes.
aggregate. It's just aggregate.
aggregate,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Southampton still has a scope to come into the final. I somehow have a feeling that make it tough
Turn
for
it around.
Newcastle. And see, yesterday when we had this conversation, brother, I was not so positive because, see, a, a trophy is something that every club craves for. Like it's like the purpose of the club is every club is to win trophies. It is for I believe that. And when a team like Forest, which is just now promoted after I don't know God so many years, and they will be looking for an achievement this season. uh, if they can crack this trophy, it will be a big boost for them in the upcoming summer also, and most probably they will stay up. And it's very important result for them. That is why I told you yesterday, and I will repeat the same thing, that they will come with all the guns blazing. They will be just ready for Manchester United. Only thing is that we can take from this is United is very strong team on the paper, and I appreciate that. I appreciate Eric Ten Hag, who has done well with us this season. He's doing pretty well with the team, but always there is always a problem with Manchester United is that they at the right moment they forget to clutch. Like I believe that when we are leading against a team that is of the level of Nottingham Forest, um, or even the sides of Burnley's and Watford's, if we somehow lead, we just give it away. Like it happened in Crystal Palace also. We just cannot keep the consistency for the 90 minutes. Forget for games. We are not able to keep the consistency for the 90 minutes. And this somehow causes you a problem in the cup ties, because there's always a chance for another team to bounce back, as the there is a home advantage today also. And Nottingham is thinking with mentality that if we somehow contain United uh, on at our venue, there's always a chance that United mess it up at home, because everyone knows that Manchester United is a team who surprises in both positive and negative way. So really, Nottingham Forest for me has a simple plan: just contain Manchester United, let them get frustrated. Maybe we could go sneak a goal here and there. And if this happens, it will be a very long week for United fans. If somehow Nottingham Forest get a crack of us, it will be a very long weekend, because if people are thinking that reading game is going to be easy, championship teams are never easy. Championship teams are never easy, and this week will only get tougher if we don't get the result. So I don't think Eric Ten Hag will give an opportunity to the players to be complacent, but there is always a trauma when you lose against your rivals. There's always a trauma. No one intentionally goes complacent. There's a trauma that carries around when you lose a very important game. Part and parcel, I think, if United are what United have been for past couple of months, we can easily get the result. But somehow the vibes that are coming out of the camp, the results and the media talking around, the players somehow getting so much disappointed, I think it is going to be very tough for United to bring a result today. I think they maybe get a draw or just a sneaky win. But I don't think it's a comfortable night for Manchester United at all.
भाई आप बहुत मूड नेगेटिव कर दिया आप.
Fair enough. I mean, I totally agree with the noises and the chatter that is coming out. Is not the most ideal way to go into a crunch semi-final fixture. So Anuj Bora says energy drink cup always get better. Fair enough. And he also says that अगर 4 बजे तक 0-0 देखने मिला तो फिर क्या ही करे बताओ. Well, that is
0-0 तो
something.
नहीं होगा. 0-0 तो नहीं
Uh,
होगा.
I think
गोल तो
even
होंगे.
I believe, with Casemiro getting in and with United players wants to, they want to prove that the run they are in is not a fluke. So they wanted, though the only thing that is which Mojo sir has mentioned last time as well is how early we are playing, like how early, like the time to recover is difficult. So we are
Absolutely.
playing every third day, so that is very difficult to keep that intensity. And even if that is make or break for most of the teams. When you play on every third day, you do not get much chance to implement or fix anything. Like if something goes wrong, then you not get chance to fix it. It will be like total run. So that is the only positive for this game from the squad would be the Casemiro. We hope we might not need to see. McTominay or Fred to start. I really want to see Casemiro on the midfield, and we should stamp authorities on the match.
Even Delvin brother, losing against Arsenal is like having a bad breakup. It's always, you always need a time to recover or move on from that result, and somehow I don't think we have that time right now. And a cup game always creates a pressure because everyone is going for the trophy.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about trophy, I mean, Ten Hag made all the right noises. Abhishar Bhai, he spoke about how winning a trophy is one of the best feelings, and for a club of United stature, the drought has been too long, and he said like he would do anything, everything in his power. So, speaking about Nottingham Forest, they already signed two team worth of players in summer, and they have continued in the same vein, having signed three further players. Gustavo Scarpa, there's Danilo from Brazil, and then the most important signing for them would be Chris Wood right now, who's on loan from Newcastle. Now, Newcastle, Chris Wood, very intriguing signing, and considering the amount of crossers that they have in their side, they have Serge Aurier on the right. Currently, Renan Lodi occupies the position on the left, and also the guy likes like Brennan Johnson, Joe Worrell. These guys have an aerial presence in the box to go ahead and put crosses in the box. So I think, do you think that this is the game where United will have to withstand the barrage of crosses from both sides from Nottingham Forest? Because Renan Lodi has been our scourge. He
Yes.
had a goal and assist in the round of 16 in the Champions League, both home and away. He scored the winner, which meant that we were eliminated. So there is history with some of the players who are in that Nottingham Forest side. What do you make of their side, and how do you think they're going to approach this game?
So yeah, Jailings, Sandeep Bhai, yeah, he's also there. Thing is, they say, yeah, that like they won the Champions League playoff. That match is more rewarding than even Champions League final. So if you win Champions League final, the total amount that you will be getting, that is less than if you win the championship playoffs. That much huge monetary benefit is it. And what they would be doing, with that money, they have pretty good owner that who is willing to put the money into the squad. Something like Abramovich was for Chelsea. He was sugar daddy for them. He has given $2 million to club, and we have certain owners we know who take $2 million on name of club which they themselves own and make club pay the interest. So yeah, there are like there are the philosophy is with owners. Even for the Nottingham Forest, if they want to sustain, they know that their best shot is getting players and making them somewhat work around in such a way that they sustain this year. If they'll sustain this year, so that's why they are signing pretty much good players, those who have good potential or are proven players, those who have proven themselves at different level of leagues. So that is like they are not going for talents or something. They see that okay, he might be some star in future, or no, they are not going for it. They want to sustain this year, and they are pretty much hopeful that if they'll stay over there, they'll make good in the coming time, with the squad that they have and players settling in slowly. So that is the reason they are buying all a lot player, and that is good for them as well. Even if they might not survive, they want to give themselves the best shot. And for the squad, which you have been saying that for the Aurier and Lodi, they would be like firing all crosses in full throttled manner. I could see that we might, I'm not 100% sure, but we might see, Luke Shaw as LCB, left center back, so that the physical presence could be undermined of that squad.
Shaw and Maguire are not there for the squad today. Shaw and
Oh,
Maguire.
oh, I,
So,
that's
That's
and
interesting.
Brandon Williams and Casemiro are in the
One
squad,
bis
Kushagra
Then,
So
says.
the
yeah.
squad for today is Dahaya, Heaton, Butland, Wan Bissaka, Williams, Lindelof, Varane, Martinez, Malacia, McTominay, Fred, Ericsson, Casemiro, Menu, Fernandes, Anthony, Rashford, Pelistri, Garnacho, Weghorst, and Langa.
No,
oh,
Delvin is Wood registered to play for this game?
No, not
Yes,
yet.
he is. He
I
is. I guess. I think he
is
is.
official announcement done?
we have to just wait for a few minutes. I think we will get a clearer picture. And
I think
uh,
Wood might be
but
there.
there
Yeah, Wood might be there. Yeah.
but this is a setback of not having Shaw and Maguire both on available. It's a setback.
Yes. Yes, and then you have to play. I guess Varane would be playing then, and Martinez would be playing. With having said that, Martinez haven't had a head injury, so I wanted to give him a little bit of rest, to recover, because even for Arsenal game, his face was looking terrible. Though he was high on
Yeah.
spirits, but he was not looking pretty good. So yeah, but whatever it needs to be, whatever team demands, so it's like that. So I hope that then we will be fielding our best 11, and then we might see a little bit of flexibility over in wings. Though I want United to go for kill, but this is good. This would be good experience for Garnacho and as well as Pelistri for them. If even if Ten Hag decides to give them start maybe 55-60 minutes, and later on bring on Rashford, and is Sancho in squad? I'm very
No.
eager.
No, 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 no.
He's
Ten
also.
Hag had already said that Dalo, Martial, and Sancho would
Oh
not
yes,
play any part.
those who are not available for the last game, they are not.
Yes, yeah, correct.
Okay, okay.
I
Yeah,
think he
then
might be coming in for the FA Cup game. Maybe. Hope so.
yeah, hopefully, because that this is the perfect time for integrating him into squad.
For Barcelona, nearer to Barcelona fixture, Sancho will be, I think,
No, Jose bhai,
available.
actually, I think
Would be
he would
big.
do. It
Would
would
be
be good to bring Sancho in the Reading game because it would be at Old Trafford at a home ground with the home supporters and comparatively easier match comparatively. So I
Sandeep bhai, it was good to bring Sancho in the Arsenal game, but actually, whatever the plan is going on with Sancho, there were messages and there were news that are coming out, and it can be wrong also. It is closer to 2 weeks that Sancho will take right now to come into the picture.
okay.
Yep.
So
So let's further dissect this game only. With Casemiro coming in, Sandeep, let's talk about that. How do you think that this midfield is going to get revamped in the place? I mean, Nottingham Forest not the strongest of opponents, someone that we should be on paper defeating them with ease. But then, as we seen the reverse fixture in the Premier League, in spite of the fact that we were 2 goals up, there were certain moments in that game where Forest did have the upper hand, and it was through crosses in the box only. So, how wary should we be with Casemiro most probably coming in into the side immediately? I don't think there's going to be any questions regarding that. Uh, so, how do you think we should approach this game? I mean, do you expect Forest to come at United straight away, considering the fact that they are the hosts and they will be egged on by that home support? Or do you think they're going to play like the typical small teams do? Hold a deep line, so call the pressure, and then boom, hit us on the break. What do you make? How is, because the start is going to be key for both the sides, not just us. It's going to be equally important for Forest as well. So what do you think? How is Forest going to approach this game?
So I think they will not be sitting back and keeping a defensive line. I think they will be going for the attack. And Steve Cooper might be, like aware of the fact that United have been comparatively starting slow in matches. So he might want to take that 1-0 advantage at the in the beginning for 15 to 20 minutes and then sit back and wait for United to penetrate through their defense and midfield. So I think Nottingham Forest at their home ground, it will be an amazing atmosphere. I think they will be going for the first goal that they want and then sit back. But I think that's where Casemiro comes in. He's brilliant at breaking up the plays. He's brilliant at shielding the defense and everything. So even when the crosses come in, I think Varane and Martinez should be starting the lineup. I thought Harry Maguire might be coming in for the game, but now since Maguire is not there, I think Varane Martinez is the way to go. And with the crosses, Casemiro might be able to help out or even stop the supply. I think our wingbacks today will be very useful from Malacia and Wan-Bissaka. I don't think this. What was our left back? Williams. Williams gets a chance in the team straight away, even though he's in the squad. I think Malasia and Wan Bissaka is the way to go. and it will be very important for the fullbacks to stop the crosses, because that is their strength, as we all know. And Varane and Martinez, I am fully confident on them to win the headers, or block the tackles, block the shots or anything. And Casemiro will be the general in the midfield, who will be conducting the midfield every way possible. I think Fred comes into this game instead of Eriksen, and Bruno plays for the forward, because I don't think Eriksen might come on in the second half to create some chances, but I don't think Eriksen has that physicality to handle the CFL Cup tie. He might be there in the squad because he's Ten Hag's guy and he has been playing non-stop. I think it would do him some good to get some rest and come on in the second half for 30 minutes, let's say. So I think Casemiro coming in is the biggest boost for us, and there is no question that he comes straight into the team, and he will be the main man marking the players and breaking up the ball play. So that's it.
Yeah, totally understandable, totally gettable also. So Gaurav Katara says that Nottingham is going to park the bus and use the long ball strategy because they do know that United have the struggles and will open up, and it also finds it difficult to open up middle and low blocks. So yeah, this struggle was there. I think we've rectified it up to a certain extent, but there are some areas that leave a lot to be desired as far as breaking middle and low block. Tomorrow holiday must देखूंगा match. I mean, yeah, fair enough. I think everyone was eagerly excited for it, and
Maguire
yeah,
is
yeah.
Maguire is out due to yellow cards. It went under the radar, but he was booked against Villa and Charlton in previous rounds. That is the
Ah,
reason
okay.
he's unavailable.
I think that that helps Manchester United.
Nah, not really. I
No,
No,
he
no.
think
would. I think Varane could have gotten a rest today, and Maguire coming
Jokes,
in.
jokes apart. Delvin brother, only one thing of that Gaurav bhai. I think he watches football very much. But whatever I've seen Nottingham play, there are. I don't think they're going to sit back. I just have a feeling they're not the teams that will sit back. They're just too proud of their team. They have got the players. Don't think so. They have a policy to sit back. And whatever problems that United had against deep line defense, uh, as you have said, it is rectified. Plus, it will be just predictable, and you never play predictable football in the cup games.
fair enough, Ojis bhai, and also talking about Chris Wood, uh, provided he starts, even though he doesn't, Forest have a striker in a similar mold who offers a similar threat to what Chris Wood does, and that's Avni. The Nigerian striker has been a rock in the middle. His build up play more often than not helps Forest cause, and his physical presence is similar to that of Wood. He's big, he's strong. So how tough a job do Varane and Martinez have in trying to repel this threat? Because if at all Gaurabai Solanke is from Bournemouth and not from Nottingham, so he's not a Nottingham Forest player. Solanke is a Bournemouth player. So yeah, Usman, coming to my question, there is a chance that we would be bombarded with both either one of Avani or Chris Wood. Both are strikers of a similar mode, but both offers very different qualities. So how do you think we're going to adapt, and how do you think will we be able to repel this threat?
Uh, I always get these questions and analysis on Twitter also, that if someone has a proper number nine who's tall and ready to provide the headers for the team, that the opposition will always bombard the our half with crosses and everything. But they just play a gamble with us. They teams are always ready for a bluff. It's somehow very. I again say that once the predictable nature comes into the game, the cup games always get a tad on one
Alright,
side.
Ojas bhai, I'm sorry to cut you through, but the lineups are out. So it's going to be De Gea, Lindelof, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes will be leading the side. Rashford starts, Malasia, Ericsson starts, Casemiro, Anthony, Weghorst, and Van Bissaka. On the bench, we have Heaton, Varane, Williams, Fred, Kobe Mainu, McTominay, Pelistri, Elanga, and Garnacho. So, Ojis bhai, you can first talk about the question that I asked you and then give me your thoughts on the lineup.
Yeah. Uh, uh, Everything short and crisp that uh, it's not necessary that you have a striker of that nature that the gameplay will be that. And I think Varane and Martinez are pretty qualified center backs. They are one of the best in the world, and they will know how to deal with it. Only problem is that the lapse of concentration the fullbacks have, especially Van Bissaka, uh, that can cause a problem against the crosses. Otherwise, I am pretty sure that we can comfortably deal with it if we just stay focused. And Delvin by with the lineup, I think because Shaw was not available, the Brandon William comes as a backup for him because I am pretty sure that the management is looking for a loan opportunity for Brandon Williams right now. They are working on it, so it's a immediate backup as for Shaw. So it's I think every other player just fits into the 11. Casemiro had to start. You also mentioned Delvin Bhai. He just had to start. I also agreed with Sandeep Bhai that Ericsson would somehow not start, but this just shows the mindset that Eric Ten Hag is. He's going for the kill. Eric Ten Hag is going for the kill, and he believes that if we somehow finish this tie, we can focus on the. Do we have a Premier League fixture next weekend?
We have a double game week.
Like I
So
think
it's
we have a
Reading Forest, and then we have Palace.
yes. I think he's taking into consideration that if we somehow kill the game tonight, there will be less pressure next midweek because Palace is going to be a tough game again. So a pretty good lineup, a pretty balanced, and somehow I will say a dominating lineup. Uh, I'm just not sure how fit they are, how well they have recovered, and I'm sure we will be seeing Garnacho very soon in this game.
Fair enough, fair enough. Abhishek bhai, speaking about the lineup further, what do you make of Lindelof's addition into the starting lineup? It's been a fair while since we've seen him start a game,
Yes.
and I'm not really sure whether he's fully match fit or anything of that situation. But what I feel is Lindelof is that much more comfortable playing as right centre back, and his ability with the ball is a perfect foil for Martinez and his aggression and tenacity. What do you make of Lindelof's addition to the starting lineup? Do you think that it is a right choice, or do you think there could have been something else done in place of Lindelof? What are your thoughts on that particular selection?
For Lindelof, I feel that even for not only in United or Premier League, but with the ball knowledge or making those passes and all, he's very very good. He's exceptional in those things. The only thing which he lacks, being winning the aerial duels and timing his jumps in such a way that he could tackle them. Then again, it will fall back to the same thing that Martinez and Lindelof both might. I'm not saying that they would. They might struggle aerially with respect to Nottingham Forest squad. So I wanted someone as such, Maguire or Varane, to start with them. I was not. I don't deny that Lindelof should not start. He's amazing. He's amazing player, but he needs someone along with him who can cover up the aerial presence when he would be starting. So having said that, it's pretty much as Ojas has mentioned, United wants to go for the kill. This is our best shot for the trophy. So they want to be in a zone where it should not be having a dicey mind or anything. I think that United wants to keep this one in their kitty, and then they might see that, and pushing for top four is one thing, and then they would see that how far we can go in FA Cup and in Europa. So this must be pretty much strategy of Eric Ten Hag.
Right. Sandeep bhai, your thoughts on the lineup? Do you think there should have been any more changes, or do you think this is the perfect lineup to go? What do you make of it?
So absolutely thought that Fred would come in for Ericsson. I did not think Ericsson would be playing today because I think he needs rest. He looks knackered, and I think he needed rest. I honestly thought Maguire was starting, but I did not know about the yellow card thing. And of course, Varane is being rotated, and that's a good thing. Lindelof should be able to manage the uh, this fixture. So here we have the Nottingham Forest lineup. Hennessy, Worrell, Gibbs White, Surridge, Johnson, Freuler, Aurier, McKenna, Danilo, Scarpa, Lodi. So our fullbacks
Scarpa
are
gets so Scarpa and
immediate start.
Danilo, two out of the three signings get an immediate start.
Immediate start. I think Chris Wood is not in the team. Lingard is
Yeah, I
on the
don't think.
bench.
Yeah, I don't think Chris Wood is registered yet.
Lingard is on the bench. That's surprising. I thought he would start today.
Eh, Sandeep bhai,
Uh,
there is only one player. If you, I'm not sure what form he's in right now, but a lot of money has been put into Gibbs White,
Gibbs
and
White. Absolutely. He's a
this
baller.
this this is a player I saw a couple of times for few minutes. This is a player that can cause problem for Ericsson and Bruno's
Absolutely,
midfield.
absolutely. Gibbs White is a baller, and I think Lindelof should be very wary of Gibbs White because he might be taking advantage of Lindelof's slow turn of pace, and he might be looking for the break if they at all put a low block and go for the longer balls. Because I think Martinez is smart enough to catch up to Gibbs White, but I think Lindelof is a little bit suspect against him, and it would be so Lodi and Aurier all have the starting place in the team. So crosses would be coming in. We can imagine. We can understand. So okay. So anyway, for from our lineup, I thought that today Ericsson would be getting a rest, and Anthony and Rashford, Malacia and Wan-Bissaka. They need to put in crosses for Vegas to score. We need to create those heading chances. I think we are not
Uh,
utilizing the Vegas.
Sorry, I want to interrupt you on this, but as you have mentioned, I want these players to be, set the ball rolling. For Anthony, for Aaron Wan Bissaka, and for Vegas, I want them to get into a zone, where you get the confidence out of a fixture. Once you are in, like, confident Rashford is beast, confident Fernandes is beast, confident Martinez is beast. We know we have players who have potential, but somewhere they are lacking that, that confidence which they will go in and just start rolling the
Yeah,
ball. So for all the players which you have mentioned, I seriously want them to have a very, very good game so that they can build on to
absolutely,
that.
absolutely. So and like Vegas is there in the team. He's a forward. He can press from the front. I understand that. We all get that. And he's doing a job until, and I don't know when we will get back Martial, because we play very different with Martial, and when he's not in the team, you can understand that the pressing from the front is not there. And I think when you have a 6'6" striker, you need to create some crosses also, because that is the old United way. We have always been putting crosses in the boxes, and I don't want to go into the history, but Eric Ten Hag ball is very exciting and everything, but putting crosses in the box and getting a headed goal is a very beautiful sight in football. And when you have such a tall striker, and one thing I've noticed, Vegas is not good at winning the headers, by the way. Even though he's very tall, he's not that great at winning headers. So, where do we do that? I don't know. So, it's a very catch 22 kind of a situation. So I think we should be creating more chances for the strikers and the forward players. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, and Gaurav also further adds that Nottingham is one of those teams who counter well. So what we have to do on our side is to make sure that we keep check on the runs made by the Forest players. I mean, they do have a lot of players who will make those runs behind. You mentioned Gibbs White being one of them. Uh,
Yeah,
then I think even Sam Surridge is one of them. Then there is the likes of Scarpa, even Danilo, these wingers,
no,
unpredictable players who put in a lot of runs would be a very tricky situation. And yes, we'll have to stand guard with the way that Forest will approach this game. Uh, we have Munawar Bhai with us on the stream. Munawar Bhai, welcome. Hope you're doing well.
Hello, hello. Yeah, yeah. Hello.
Munawar bhai, what are your first thoughts on the lineup? What do you make of the lineup?
Lineup as we see, like he's playing Khali Varan and Shaw is get rested, and like we will see the matlab, like team playing one team. Matlab, number one players are only playing the squad. Number one players are only playing because I think so. Because today we have game, then directly we have Sunday and another game, and another then next week I think till first Feb we have only two games, and then third Feb we have another game, and then we have Crystal Palace as PL. So I think so we will get rested for the players, so it's better to start with the best team to get more score. So it's a good team as I see, and rested, and the player who are rested are like Varane and Shaw only, who are but like they have very high chances to get injured. So that's why it's a good team, and I feel like it will be a tough scoring game, like 2-0 or 2-1, maybe 3-0. Maybe also we can see the score. It's a good team.
All right, fair enough, fair enough. So, we've spoken about the lineup. And what do you make of Forest's lineup, Munawar bhai? Do you think that there could be certain players who could cause problems for us as far as their side is concerned? There are some players who have had history with United before, albeit in different teams and different conditions altogether. But do you think there is a certain player who could be the one to look out for, or who could ask this United team a couple of questions as the game progresses?
I haven't seen the lineup of Nottingham Forest, so I can't tell.
It's Wayne Hennessy in goal. Then there is Lodi. Yeah, here's the lineup. There's Joe Worrell, Gibbs White, Sam Surridge, Brennan Johnson, Remo Freuler, Serge Aurier, Kieran McKenna, Danilo, and Scarpa. They are the two new signings what Forest have done, and Renan
Hmm.
Lodi. Lingard is
Like
on the bench.
like in the PL, we have seen Sturridge have scored a goal, and Gibbs White is also a good player. So it's a tough, and the main is Aurier. We need to keep an eye on Aurier because he's a good player. He's taking the balls and putting in the center of the mid, like on the box, penalty box. So it's like the main player will be the Aurier for them. Baki though it's okay team. It's not very tough team, but putting balls is a main target, and we need to defend well.
Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Like you said, short, sweet, and to the point. We need to defend well, and if we defend well, everything is under our control. So, with that being said, I think we've covered everything there is to cover at this point in time. We've gotten reactions of the lineup of our side as well as the opposition side. Uh, let's come to predictions. Ojis bhai, what do you make of this game? What do you think will be the final score of this game, and who will be the first goal scorer of the side of this game?
I hope the first goal scorer is from United only, because then it just settles the game for the reverse fixture. I believe that Nottingham will have some boost. Would be very surprised if United dominates this game. Close to either 2-1 or 2-2 for me. 2-1 or 2-2. And if everything goes on plan and I want to be proven wrong, I hope United go for 4-0.
All right, fair enough. Munabar bhai, what is your predictions for the game, and who do you think will be the one who scores the first goal in this?
3-1, and Weghorst will be scoring a debut goal. It will be 3-1 for United.
Sandeep bhai, what about you?
I think it will be a 2-1 win, and even I agree. I think Weghorst scores today.
I think it's 2-0, and Anthony continues his record of scoring in cup competitions in this part of the season. He's already scored against Charlton in the Carabao. He's already scored against Everton in the FA Cup. So I believe he will add another goal in his cup competitions and make it 6 goals in all counts.
Delvin bhai, what is, if you have a certain idea, what is exactly the midfield of Nottingham? It's a three man or a four man?
I think they will play 3-4-3. I think Renan Lodi and Aurier will be the wing backs, and they will play with Freuler and maybe
Gibbs White.
Gibbs White. Yes, and then it's going to be Lodi. It's going to be Scarpa, Danilo, and Surridge up top.
So
McKenna will be there in the midfield. Sorry,
McKenna is centre back, so there are going to be
centre
three
back, centre
centre
back.
backs. So
yeah,
it's going to be McKenna, it's going to be Joe Worrell, and it's going to
Warren.
be, yeah, that's going to be their centre back pairing.
the midfield I had no idea of. I only know Gibbs White because of the money that he came in, and he was playing a consistent football for me. Past 2 3 games I saw Forest, but really on paper it looks like a team who can give a heartbreak to United. But most of the people will be really surprised if we don't get a positive result today. I don't see an excuse for not getting. And I missed the addition of Lindelof. For me, Lindelof is someone who just gets dominated easily because of his physical lack of physicality for me. But I think if guys Maguire was available, would Lindelof have started? I think it would have been Maguire. I think it would have been Maguire for me.
All right. With that being said, we've covered everything there is to cover in this game. We've spoken about the importance of the situation, how crucial the atmosphere is going to be, how important a fast start in this game is, considering the fact that we will be facing a fixture congestion if things do not go our way. Also about a little bit about the opponents, the way they're going to approach this game as well. And we've also had predictions, we've had reactions to the lineups. With that, we've come to an end of the stream. We all hope that by the end of this game, United already have 1 foot at Wembley, with the hope that we will be playing the final against whoever it is between Newcastle and Southampton who come up trumps. So do like, share, and subscribe us on YouTube. Do give us love. Thank you for all of them who were in the chat, who put in their 2 cents, who given their opinions and insights. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We want to make this as interactive and as descriptive as possible, and that is not possible without you guys, without your opinions and your insights. So please keep them coming in every stream. It's only gonna help us be better with every single day and with every single stream. Do like, share, and subscribe. Like I said, we are also available on Twitter and on Instagram. Do drop us a follow there. And I say this on every stream. I'll say this today as well. Every day is match day on our official WhatsApp group for any transfer news, transfer events, United matches, non-United matches. The group is hyperactive, not just active. It's hyperactive. You do not want to miss any opportunity there. Also, we have FPL expert Munawar with us. So if you do end up needing tips or any advice from regarding with regards to FPL, Munawar Bhai is available on that WhatsApp group as well, and he would give you personalized tips based looking at your team. So you would not want to miss an opportunity to get that as well. Apart from that, there is a website which is United through and through, whose main objective is to give the fan an ultimate fan experience, to make it much more immersive. So you can go and check that out as well. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do: predictor competitions, quiz competitions, a blog section. There's a lot to look out and there's a lot to enjoy. So you can go ahead and give that a look as well. All right, with that being said, this is Delvin along with Sandeep, Ojas Bhai, and Munawar Bhai, wishing everyone a good night. Once again, wishing all our viewers and all our subscribers a very happy Republic Day. Do take care of yourselves. We hope to see you all soon, hopefully with a smile on our faces after the United victory. With that being said, it's good night, goodbye. Do take care of yourselves, and until next time, see ya.